Um, all right, this stream appears to be live. All right, let's go to a different window. So, hello everybody. It's Christian from Erickson Films, and I am delighted to see that there are so many new subscribers here on the channel. And in celebration of all the new people joining over here at Erickson Films, I put out a new video today, which, as of now, has only been up for about 30 so minutes. This is an old page, it's not refreshed, but up for 36 minutes. And I basically reviewed this Satchel Pro bag by Nutsack, which, name aside, is a really great bag. I was sent the product for free for review, and I was extremely happy with it. I still am. It's a really great bag for using, of course, your camera equipment and still looking stylish at the same time. And I've just been extremely happy with it. You can hear my full thoughts in the review. But right now, I am doing a live stream, guys. So, go ahead and come on, join, and if you're listening to this as it's already been recorded, then I hope you enjoy listening. I'll try and make this at least somewhat professional. I know my streams are not always known for that, but nevertheless, I'm looking forward, you guys, to having just some audience interaction, and I just think that it should be a really great time, and I'm hoping to get some good questions in, and I just looking forward to a good stream. Hopefully people will make it this time. I remember last time I did this stream, there were quite a bit of people who came on, and it was nice. I mean, I have my Skype in the description. If you'd like to call in with your question, you're also welcome to, of course, just write it in the chat. And, of course, I will be accepting super chats if you are at all inclined. But, of course, there's certainly no pressure for such a thing. And as I'm speaking right now, there is currently 0 people watching. So I'm literally right now just speaking to the people who are going to watch this later, thinking that it's my most recent video. And if you didn't pick up by now, you're listening to an old live stream. But hopefully you should be able to get some quality out of it. But yeah, guys, I mean, I'm looking here again at the channel. I have not been here for 5 months, guys. I have not been, or 4 months was the last time I put up a quality video. You'll see there's some private videos here, guys, because some of these were simply just not worth keeping up. But what you notice here is the Why an Audiophile Loves AirPods video has done so well, guys. 35,000 views, and it's just gotten such positive feedback. By far the most positive feedback I've ever had on any video. This is a really great like to dislike ratio for me. We're seeing some stats over here. Don't know how accurate all these are, but the point being, this comment over here, I feel like this guy could be the next MKBHD. Gonna subscribe so that when you have 5 million, I'll be able to say I was there at 1600. This comment, you guys, when I read this, it made my day. That's why I pinned it. And there's just been so many supportive comments on here, guys. This video has been a home run. I am so happy I posted this, because there was actually a time I was really debating whether or not I even wanted to put it up, because I felt there was already a lot of noise kind of in that area, you know, a lot of commotion already surrounding the AirPods. So it was kind of a little bit of a hard decision for me at the time. I wasn't sure. But yeah, I'm still waiting now for people to come on. And if you're listening on the back stream, I'll continue to speak because I don't want you to be completely bored, but I essentially have nothing interesting here. It's just some emails and stuff that is relating to my own life. But yeah, I mean, you guys, I've just been so extremely happy to see what's, you know, happened here with the channel. It's been great to see the growth lately. 2,262 subscribers, guys. I am really happy about that. I'm gonna add now that this is a 2,000 subscriber special. I do see we have someone listening. Hello, one watcher. I see you there. Thanks for coming on. If you have any questions, feel free to send them in the chat or call in on Skype. It's completely up to you. And yes, sometimes people have asked me before if I do ASMR, but I don't. But it's certainly a compliment when people say that. But anyway. But yeah, guys, 2,000 subscribers. I'm certainly proud. Hey, Chris, from Mr. Robbie Jr. Let's take a look at this channel. Well, hello, Mr. Robbie Jr. Thanks for making it to the stream. So yeah, I sort of like, I don't really, my name is Christian, but I'm sort of okay with Chris. I don't know, I have mixed feelings about it. There was a long time when I was younger where I was really not okay with it, but as time has gone on, I've sort of learned to accept it, and I actually don't really mind it now. When I went to Spain, for example, when I was speaking Spanish there, I was referred to as Chris by a lot of people, which I kind of liked that. So go ahead and address me as it doesn't bother me. But if you have any questions regarding anything at all, feel free to just go ahead and ask. Yeah, I'm just here doing a stream, just kind of hanging out. So yeah, it's nice seeing that someone's watching, another person watching. Yeah, I mean, this is interesting. You know, it's been an incredible month for my channel. I'll read you guys some stats here really quick. This month alone, I've gained 350 subscribers at least. 45,000 views. Watch time 136,000 minutes. And that's really good for me, considering my channel, considering what it's always been about. So, you know, something like that is something I'm really quite proud of. And just seeing this month as it's gone on, and just seeing that I took such a long break from YouTube. I took a 5-month break, 4-month break. I don't, close to 5-month break. And I honestly, I wasn't sure I was going to come back. I had sort of fallen out of sort of the rhythm of what I was doing back then. And Mr. Robert Jr. asks, have I been having a good year? I assume he's referring to my school year. I am a senior this year in high school, which I'm 18. It's been pretty good so far. It's been easier than last year. Last year was a very difficult year for me academically. I was very, very challenging. I was in very, very challenging classes. And this year I am as well, but certainly to a lesser degree. So I'd say it's been easier in that sense. But I think that the sad thing is, you know, I'm going into about 2 months in school now. And I'm just trying to, you know, figure out how to be more productive, because I actually have a lot more free time now than I ever used to. But I've sadly been using a lot of that time, guys. I'm not going to admit this. I've just been sitting around watching Netflix, you know, hanging out with my buddies. And that, you know, in many ways is a story of where I've been these last 4 months. I have been hanging out with my friends, which in and of itself is not a bad thing. And considering that before this, guys, you guys remember there was a while where I was making a video every single week. And at that point, I was basically spending all my free time on YouTube. I wasn't really hanging out with anybody. My parents would ask me, they'd be like, Christian, are you going to hang out with your friends? And I'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm working on YouTube, which I think was respectable in a sense because I was working on a business. But at the same time, I was really neglecting my social life. I was letting my social skills deteriorate, which is not good if you're looking for a future in business. So essentially, I just decided in the last 4 months that I would hang out with friends more, which ended up being so fun that I kind of didn't want to do anything productive. And as far as, financial stuff goes, guys, the summer, these last 4 months have been kind of a disaster in terms of my businesses. I've been very kind of incompetent in terms of maintaining these and actually putting in a solid effort, actually trying to make money. I really was just kind of getting okay with just scraping by and just kind of being like, yeah, I'm going to do the minimum here and just work on my voiceover business and never make a YouTube video and just hang out with my buddies. And, guys, as fun as that was, I was really forgetting how much I had built here, what I had put into this, all the blood, sweat, and tears that had gone into making this channel, and I wasn't just going to throw it all away. And I think, you guys, what really got me going here again was just this incredible subscriber boost in the last month. Seeing that, getting these comments every day, even in my absence, I still was fairly active in the comments section. But, coming back here and seeing the amount of positive support I've been receiving, it's incredible, guys. So, yeah, it's been a good year. It's been fun, but I really have not been being productive enough, and that's why I'm back. So, what is my favorite thing about making a YouTube video? So, on the topic of making YouTube, that was quite hyperbolic missile. That was not literal. I have never actually bled making a YouTube video. That was a figure of speech. I hope I don't get that. Yeah. Favorite thing about making a YouTube video is probably just actually watching it at the end, before I put it up on YouTube, watching it on my computer and just seeing all the moving steps together, all the effort I put into it, and seeing it, as one thing. That in and of itself makes me so happy, because not every part of the process for me is fun. In fact, there are certain parts of it I really don't like, but that end product I am always so proud of, because I know that I put my best into it every time. So that's my favorite part. And balance is what it's about, mate. That's what D writes. I'm just going to view this channel here really quick. Okay, just probably a viewing channel. You're right. You're certainly right. Balance is exactly what it's about. And that's been something I've always struggled with my whole life, because I'm the kind of person who kind of goes all in on something. When I was doing the channel, I was going all in on the channel. That was everything. And when I wasn't, I was all about relaxing. I was just about having fun. I guess you're happy it smells of leather rather than a nutsack. Oh, that was hilarious, D. That was very funny. That was a good joke. It was a good meme. But yeah, you're right. The balance is certainly everything. And I've always struggled with that. I was certainly just kind of taking the time to just hang out, be with my friends, be like, I'm a teenager, I'm in high school, I'm going to have fun. I'm not going to worry about my future, which, it's easy to do those things, you guys, when you're just living at home, when you're living off someone else's dime, which is what I'm still doing right now, guys. Like, the money I make off here is fun and all. It's great. It's great to have it, but it's not a living right now. It's not even close. What I have right now is money to have fun with, money to buy myself electronics, money to socialize, but it's by no means a living. So I think that I was kind of realizing that I could technically get by without doing this, but that's completely reliant on the fact that I live at home still. I'm a senior in high school. I don't think I plan on living at home that much longer. So that's part of why I'm getting into this again, because, guys, I'm thinking long term here. I would like to turn, media, voiceover, YouTube, all of this into a career. So, part of doing that is actually making videos and not just, sitting around with your friends and doing nothing, or just hanging out. I mean, and I think those things are fun and those are important. Those are an important part of growing up, and I don't plan to stop doing them. But to the extent I was doing them, to the time I spent doing it, was not healthy anymore. So I think I had to just step back a minute and realize that I was neglecting something I'd put so much work into. So that's my little 2 cents on that. And if there's any more questions, just please let me know. I should be here a little while at least. I'm not tomorrow's a late start at school. So Missile asks, what do I want to major in? Sorry guys, I'll just keep checking your guys' channels in case you got content, in which case I will sort of shout you out. No content, no problem. But what do I want to major in? That is actually something I've been thinking a lot about lately. And I think that, it's at this point I'm thinking there's a lot of things that I'd like to major in. One of those being economics, because I think that would give me a firm kind of understanding of money and things that involve running a business. But at the same time, I don't consider myself strongly gifted in math. It's not my passion, so that's part of the reason I won't end up doing that. But marketing is something I've thought about majoring in, but also not completely sure about that. I have often gone back and forth between thinking about English because, guys, believe it or not, it probably doesn't seem like it based on this channel, but I'm actually really passionate about liberal arts, humanities, politics. Those are a really strong passion of mine. Tech is as well. But, if there are people in life, if there are the science, engineer, hard intelligence people who have a true, probably IQ intelligence, I don't necessarily think I'm one of those people. I consider myself intelligent, but I think a lot of my intelligence is based off emotional intelligence. And I don't necessarily think that going into a major that is really focused on mathematics and sciences is really going to serve me the most in my life. So that's why the reason I thought about English briefly is just because that's part of my background. My grandfather was a professor at UCSB here in California for many, many years. And he kind of raised me to appreciate English. And also I feel if I learned English better, it would certainly help me with the voiceovers, doing those better. But I think that I'm probably ultimately going to be looking into some type of MBA, a master's program in business. But, I see D here running economics might be a good one. Yeah, I'm still thinking about that. Either that or I think UC Irvine, guys, I'm situated here in Southern California. UC Irvine might have some type of undergraduate business degree. I think if I remember correctly, I might look into doing that or marketing. But yeah, so that's I'm not completely sure with the major thing. Other thing I'm really interested in though, guys, is Spanish. I'm not incredible at Spanish, but I went to Spain over the summer. I've in my 4th year at school here. I'm certainly able to be conversational and speak with people, and my accent's not bad. But I've been thinking about doing a double major. And becoming completely fluent in Spanish because I do think that helps a lot with business here in Southern California and just in the United States in general. But yeah, I'm actually going to Mexico this week, and then in April I'm going to Guatemala. So I'm getting a lot of opportunities to improve my Spanish. But so are there any other cameras you're planning on reviewing for Mr. Robbie Jr.? So yes, yes there are, but I don't have any of them right now. I don't have any way of buying them right now. Guys, so the thing about cameras with me is that I'm really invested, not necessarily so much financially, but in terms of my own feelings about the camera industry. Canon is really what I'm about. I fully realize how stupid they've been about implementing video features in their DSLRs. They've done a lot of really dumb stuff lately with that, because they're trying to differentiate certain product lines. But I still think they have the best color and the best image out of any of the kind of consumer level cameras. But you know, I think I'm really saving up big, big in a big way for the C200, which I have no idea when I'll be able to afford that. But that's an $8,000, $8,000 rig we're talking. And I don't see any good reason for me to go switch to Sony or Panasonic when I know myself and I know that I just wouldn't like the color enough. The color is everything to me. Color, I'm not saying, you guys, that Canon color is better than Sony color or Panasonic color. I'm just telling you subjectively, I prefer it. So I'd like to stick with that. But as far as reviewing another camera, I would love to. I'm looking into getting some from friends, borrowing them, but I don't currently have the funds to buy a camera. So another camera. But if I could get one sent to review by a company, that would be great. I would certainly review it. But all the cameras I own, I have reviewed them. So, and then yeah, so D here is mentioning that about being fluent in Spanish. It opens up a South American market. Also, it certainly does, and that is one of my uncles. He's Mexican American, and he works, pretty high profile job in DC. I don't remember exactly, but a lot of his business relations involve, South America. So yeah, Spanish certainly goes a long way. But yeah, the whole camera thing though, yeah, I'd like to. I certainly would. But it's going to take some money. If I ever was sent a camera, by a company, even like a rental, I'd certainly review it. I'd love to get my hands on a GH5 still, even though I know it's been out for a while. I'd like to get my hands on the Canon 1DX Mark II. But the other thing, guys, when it comes to getting a new camera, part of why I haven't jumped on the 4K train yet, part of why my videos are still in 1080p is my computer is not really that great anymore, guys. I still have the Lenovo Y40, which if some of you guys are here from really way, way back, I've had this computer since I was promoting from 8th grade. I had finished 8th grade up. And that, it was a good computer when I bought it, but it's working now, but it's really starting to suck. So the first major investment I'm going to be making, you guys, is in a new computer, probably some kind of PC rig. D mentions here that lighting is, sorry about the mic, guys, I don't have a pop filter on this one. This is not my usual YouTube mic. Lighting is often overlooked, especially here on many YouTube channels. That is true. And I feel kind of guilty talking about this because I've been very lazy to invest in any quality lights. I don't own any video lights right now, guys. Any of you guys who are more video savvy can probably tell all the lighting in my video is completely based off natural light. I've been shooting outside with some cheap NDs, but yes, this is still live. Benson R, this is still live. But yeah, I have not purchased any lights. I know about lights. I'm probably going to get an Aperture Lightstorm 120D when I do buy a light. I'm probably going to buy a couple of those for my room. Probably get some gels for those. And yeah, that it's extremely important, and I definitely need to do that so I don't have to only be able to film at certain times of day. But lighting is so important. Lighting is everything. A camera means nothing without good lighting. PRM, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, D. I'm just gonna Google it. I don't know what that is. If you won't mind filling me in here in the thing, I don't know what that means. Don't think it's this guy. So yeah, Fortune. Oh, okay, yeah, sorry. Guys, I have not been really at Premiere Pro is what he means. And I should have known that, but I told you guys it's been like 4 months since I've been here in the industry. As I call it the industry jokingly. I don't really, I guess I technically work in the industry, but I'm not, I'm not driving down to LA every day or anything like that. And Premiere Pro, yes, I do. I still use Premiere Pro Creative Cloud 2017. I still am paying for this whole suite, still paying a whole $30 a month, which begrudgingly I'm doing, but because, you know, for all those months I wasn't making videos. But yeah, it's a great piece of software. It kind of sucks my computer because my computer sucks right now, but it's great. I like it. It's my preferred platform. And can you make more videos about your MacBook 2015? I know it's a popular video. From Benson R. Yeah, I mean, all right, guys, so just like here on the stream, the thing about the MacBooks is I don't use them on the day-to-day. I have them because, you know, people in my family have them, and I use them as like family machines. Like I use them a lot. That's where my reviews came from, as being someone who uses them intermittently. But I never have been into using Macs. Like that's not, there's like a lot of stuff I don't know how to do on a Mac. Like it's kind of embarrassing. I mean, I think that in that I certainly, I know my way around a Mac. I use them a lot. But most of the reason I made that video is because I was just kind of disappointed with the MacBook 2016 with the price point. And you know, I happened to have one on hand, so I was kind of more making like a statement about what I thought at the time, and it ended up being really popular, which is funny because, you know, the production quality of that video is kind of, you know, poor compared to some of my current stuff. Yet it almost has 100,000 views, which is my only video on YouTube to have that many views. But if there's specific questions you have, Benson R, I don't necessarily think I'll be making another video with the MacBook 2015, but maybe. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me them here. And I'd be happy to answer them. I'm sure I probably could, but do I say the MacBook Pros are good for animation for Mr. Robbie Jr.? You know, I don't really know a lot about animation. I know a lot about what it does to your computer. I think they are probably good, but they're going to be really expensive if you want them to work for that. Like, if I understand animation right, you're going to need to get at least, you know, something in the 15-inch range of the MacBook Pros to be able to do that well. So you're probably looking at minimum like $2,500–3,000 on a MacBook Pro to animate, and I'm sure it'll be good for that. But my understanding about animation is there's not any reason you would need to use a Mac for it. I'm sure a lot of people will probably have a preference, but I'm probably more on the PC side of that. I'd say you should just get a PC. But if you're into Mac, yeah, it'll work. It'll be good. But I just think a lot of people have this idea that using a Mac is going to be, just so much better because Macs are what pros use. And I think that's recently starting to kind of, Apple's acknowledging that again with that whole, iMac Pro thing, which looks great, but I think it's not overpriced, actually. I think it's actually a very fair price. But it's definitely not necessarily something I'm looking into getting into because I don't think I need that kind of power right now. So if you're having problems with your laptop speed, try out Proxies and Premiere Pro. That will help for speed. Look into it properly. It will definitely help you out. Thank you, D. That's a good piece of advice. I've heard about that before, and I'm going to be looking into that for sure. I think it could be cool for me to learn how to do that well. I think that would help my computer a lot. You're right. I'm going to be looking into that. I always ask bullshit question. What you prefer, MacBook Pro versus XPS 15? From Asif Khan. I think that's how you say your name. I think I'm going to say MacBook Pro because I don't like Windows laptops that much. That's just my opinion. The reason I like Windows is because, one, it's what I grew up with, but two, I think that it gives you a lot of more bang for the buck and a lot more ability to make a powerful system for cheaper. But buying something like the XPS 15, I don't think it's really that powerful of a machine. Like, I mean, it's like similar power to the MacBook Pro 15-inch from my understanding, which is still powerful, but I'm sure it's a good computer, but I prefer the MacBook. I like Apple. I am kind of an Apple fanboy sometimes. I think their machines are beautiful. I think they're great design. And yeah, I feel that, you know, I really do appreciate the design of something. And you know, I'm okay paying more for something if I think it looks better. I'm into stylish clothes. I'm kind of one of those kind of people, you guys. So that's why there's always going to be that camp of people who says, "Oh, MacBooks are a ripoff. They cost way too much. They're not worth it." And you know what? They're right. That's true. From a purely functional standpoint, they are a ripoff. But when you consider, I think, other things that go beyond that, you know, people like the OS, people who like that design, people who just like the build quality, I think that makes them worth it to the people who want them. I think the people who want them will always want them. You're not going to be able to argue with them about how this PC is better, how these specs are better, because that's true, and I'm not ignorant of those things. But I like MacBooks, you guys. I've always had a kind of, you know, I grew up always kind of looking to them as what I considered the pro's computer, which I don't think is necessarily completely true, but I do think they exude a certain sense of really high quality. And so, yeah, that's there. I like Macs. Spencer writes, I liked your AirPods review. Some beautiful shots with nice voiceover. More videos like it. I also like that you type your script and put it in the description. It's a good touch. Thank you, Benson. I appreciate that you appreciate that, because it's something I have always felt a little weird doing. Like, I didn't necessarily know if people liked that. I know some people on YouTube who kind of don't like scripted videos, but you know, I figured out that I do, and I wasn't going to be making videos just for the sake of other people. So D's got to go. Cool live stream. I've clicked the bell. Have a great evening, all. Thank you. Thank you, D. I certainly appreciate that. You're a good guy. Let's see. Yeah, so I'm talking here again with Benson. Thank you for that comment. That's very kind of you. Yeah, I do type my videos up. You know, that format you're talking about, that's how all my most of my videos are like that. Most of them are essentially that, with the script and the thing. And you know, I kind of, my format here, you guys, is sort of a response to guys on this channel, on this site, who've sort of, I think the tech industry has turned a lot into kind of like almost reality TV. It's like people are just making these silly skits with their friends, and like, you know, I think people are kind of like, all right, yeah, we'll watch it. It appeals to a wider audience. There's not a lot of I think there's not a lot of focus anymore, though, guys. The one of the few channels I think that's left that really is still really focused is Mr. Mobile, Michael Fisher. You know, former Pocket Now guy. He's actually what I've, you know, if you guys can tell, he is my biggest inspiration in terms of my format. Take a look at it. If you guys are not familiar with him, go check him out right now. You will notice some deafening similarities between his format and mine. That's what my format's based off, guys. The kind of thing that he was doing, the kind of thing he is doing. I think that, you know, these scripted type of videos, these focused reviews that, you know, maybe seem boring to certain people who aren't really that interested in. I think at a certain point in marketing, you have to come to the terms of the fact that you can't appeal to everybody, and some people just aren't going to like my videos because they're going to think they're too boring. They're not for them. My videos do not appeal to the general public, and I don't want them to. I want my videos to appeal to people who want to look at these products, who want to know information about these products, and who want a detailed explanation, and an honest one, not a, you know, really just kind of wishy-washy, like, you know, like, it's good. I mean, I'm not going to say anything bad about it. I want to get paid. Like, you know, I don't find that respectable, guys. I know a lot of people like that stuff. It's extremely popular these days, but I'm trying to be focused on here. So thank you, Benson. I really appreciate comments like that. I put a lot of effort into this stuff, and it's finally starting to pay off, guys. But thank you. Diego, would you be willing to make a review of a product but in Spanish? Diego, guys, for those of you who don't know, is actually a personal friend of mine from school, someone I've known for years. But Diego, I would, yes, I've actually, you know, when I do get, like, you know, to the point where I consider myself really fluent in Spanish, I think I'm going to make a subdivision of this channel, you know, Erickson Films en Español. But for now, I don't think that's going to happen yet. I want to get a lot better first. But Missile says, how long does it take you to make a scripted video? Start to finish. So let's think about this for a second. I think that it takes I want to say my productions probably wrap around 5 hours, sometimes a lot longer, because sometimes I'll stretch them out over days. But if I just sit down and I have an idea and I just go, I could probably get a video done in 4 hours, 5 hours. Usually a lot longer because I like to take breaks. I think that's, excuse me, makes my creativity stronger. But yeah, I mean, these scripted videos though, they're, you know, I do write them first. In terms of my process, sometimes what I'll do first is I will actually go film first, and other times I will go and I'll write first. It just kind of depends on the day. But yeah, I don't know. It's certainly something that I'm really glad people are starting to appreciate, because this is, you know, all about the niche here. Niche, I don't know how you guys want to say it, but the kind of videos I'm making are making it the fact that I'm doing a live stream now, and I got people who actually care, who write intelligent comments, and who are actually pleasant people who in real life I would probably be friends with. And that's kind of the point of this channel, you guys. I want to make a channel of people who I actually would like. Not a channel of like, how can I make the most cash? How can I make the most clickbait? You know, I never wanted that. I hope I never go down that road. I think it's super easy for a lot of guys to do that, just because of what's going on now. And I think MKBHD, I'm really proud of him. He's stuck to his roots after all these years. But Benson's telling me that you can click on a Chrome extension and then the description can be changed to Spanish or any other Google translated language. That's why I think it's good that you put your script in. Well, thank you, Benson. Yeah, that is not something I thought about, but yeah. That's I guess that really helps. I hope so, for other people who don't speak English. Asif Khan, that's true about similarity. It's a good thing to get in touch with your viewers, kind of talk with them. After all, they are your asset, aren't they? Yes, they certainly are. That's why I hate those people who are like, I'm a YouTuber, but I don't want to get contacted by any of my viewers. I don't want to see you out in public. If you see me out in public, you have to leave me alone. Like, I do not understand those kind of people, guys. Literally a YouTuber is nothing. Literally nothing without their audience. I mean, some of them could probably make it, you know, a very small fraction of them could make it in the private video scene, you know, the corporate video scene. Most of them couldn't. Most of them are they're not talented videographers. They are personalities, and that's why their channels are so short-lived, because they are a fad essentially. And I just appreciate that. Yeah, the fact that I have really sort of aimed these videos at a certain type of viewer. You know, these are not videos that appeal to everybody, and I'm going to continue to say that and continue to emphasize that. And I don't want them to. I want these videos to appeal to the people they're meant to, because, you know, if there's one thing, as someone who watches a lot of YouTube, someone who watches a lot of YouTube, it really sucks when you come across a video and it's basically just like, you can tell that they are trying to make it appeal to every single person. And then it ends up appealing to nobody. It ends up being like this just completely vapid and just, you know, this thing that just has no substance. So I don't ever want to become like that. I don't care if I only ever have 2,000-3,000 subscribers. I'd like them to be people who actually care, and want the same things I do. And you guys, maybe you're noticing that my voice sounds really different when I'm just talking on a live stream as opposed to when I'm recording. My voice sounds a lot more like, you know, this. I don't even know how to do it. I don't even know how to do my recording voice, so I'm not recording, but I can't really sound normal when I'm recording. So this is what I sound like, you guys. My voice is a little bit deeper than what it sounds like in the videos, and yeah, I just sort of sound different. And then Mr. Robbie Jr. asked me, what is your favorite YouTuber? You know, guys, I'm going to have to go with the answer that's kind of about my roots here. As someone who's, you know, been on this platform, not necessarily as a, you know, full-time creator, not necessarily as someone who really cared, but someone who's just been, sorry about that mic, guys, someone who's been on here for a long time. Red Letter Media, guys. Red Letter Media is my favorite channel. You know, the Mr. Plinkett reviews, that great kind of sitting on a couch reviewing movies and laughing. That is what YouTube's always been about to me. I know it's not my genre. It's certainly never something that I've created, but that is my favorite channel. Since most of you are in the tech scene, my favorite tech YouTuber, you know, it's hard to say. I have some mixed feelings about that. I used to say Linus Tech Tips, but I don't really feel that way anymore. I don't have anything against their channel now, but I think they've kind of started trying to appeal to a wider audience, which sort of turned me off a little bit. I still really like Juan Carlos Bagnell from Pocket Now. I think he is a great reviewer. But as a single individual, probably, you know, maybe, what's his name? Michael Fisher from Michael Fisher from Mr. Mobile, one of my favorite channels. Any thoughts on the recent, from Benson, any thoughts of the recent surge of Viners on YouTube, Jake Paul and others? Well, what I'm going to say here is not really original. I'm very involved, you guys, still with the whole comedy scene on YouTube. I've dabbled in that myself. I have a friend, Grayson. We make videos together. He's very funny. I am mildly funny, but he's extremely funny. We've made videos together on a second channel I have called Giggle Stick, which is, if you want to check it out, it's a channel that I'm affiliated with. It has like 10 subscribers. It sucks, kind of, guys. It's really not that great, but it's kind of fun. And it's not serious videos. They're really just jokes. They are videos that I filmed on my phone. They are not really that good. And see, Giggle Stick is so obscure that you type it in and it doesn't even come up. You literally have to go over here and click on channel. And you see this very old picture of me and my buddy Grayson and a couple low quality videos. No, that seems like a... No. So I'm just going to link this here in the chat if any of you want to check this out. Feel free. This is what I was... So, yeah, because this is actually... I'm just answering a question about what I think about the stuff with Jake Paul and all them. I think that, you know, it's hard for me to talk about that completely because, you know, I think there's always a thing about, oh, yeah, they're losers, they suck, they're this or that, they're that. Yeah, I think they kind of are, but they've also made a lot of money. And as someone who really knows and cares a lot about business, that I do kind of respect that a tiny bit. I don't think they're really particularly great from what I can tell. If any of you guys are into skateboarding, I'm not, but my cousin Jaime Garcia, maybe some of you guys know him, Chris Chan, I'm sure if any of you who skateboard know who Chris Chan is. My cousin Jaime, they're like really good friends, know each other for years. I think he's in a lot of his videos. He films most of his videos. My cousin Jaime, sometimes he's on the live streams. He's really connected in the whole YouTube industry, kind of like, you know, the whole YouTube networking. Those guys down in LA, he knows a lot of them. He's friends with a lot of them. And, you know, I do feel kind of, it's cool that I have a connection like that with someone who really is involved in that. But yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of those guys, what we judge them on is based on their YouTube characters. So I don't know. It's hard for me. I don't really hate any of those guys, if that makes any sense. I just don't really like them either. I mean, not to be pretentious, but I think the kind of stuff I make is better. I truly think that. But it appeals to a much smaller audience. So, Benson wrote, OMG, Mr. Plinkett Star Wars prequels are the best. Yes, they certainly are. I'm glad someone else on here appreciates them. Swishbill writes, what's your favorite under $100 mic? The one I'm using right now, the MXL 990. You can get this thing sometimes like $60. It's a great mic. You're hearing it right now going through the Audient ID14, which is a $300 interface, mind you, but it still sounds good with this mic. So, yeah, that's my recommendation. I have a review of it on the channel, MXL 990. That's what you should go with, I think, under 100. I mean, also the AT2020 is another option. That's a little bit more expensive, but I think it's still under 100. I don't think they sound a whole lot different, to be honest. I'm sure some audiophile will come tell me they do. But I find that MXL 770 is honestly fine. I honestly think a lot of it's down to the one you have switch build, MXL 770. I think a lot of it's down to the interface. I would recommend investing in a better interface first. Audient ID14 is the one I have, the one I've reviewed. It's the one I recommend to everybody. It's $300, but it's the best $300 on audio you'll ever spend. And they did not pay me to say that. I truly feel that way. But yeah, that's what I think about that. So Asif Khan's still here. What you think about refurbished MacBook Pro 2016? Are they good to buy? I am kind of buy a new laptop. That's why. Sure, Swishbill, you're welcome. Let me think. I don't know anything about refurbished Macs. I don't know where you're buying them. I think that they could be good if they're coming from Apple. They're probably good, but if they're coming from some weird site, I don't know if I trust them. I don't think there's a problem with it though. I think it's a good. I like the MacBook Pro 2016. I'm probably gonna get one for college. I mean, not the 2016 one, but whatever the newest one is at that time. I like MacBook Pros. Yeah, I recommend them. I think they're good to buy. Yeah. I think that it's a good laptop to buy, even refurbished. I like Macs. I don't love them in every sense, but I'm still a big Mac fan. I'm still a big Apple fanboy. And I'm just, you guys, I am so happy that this channel is, arising, guys. I don't know if you guys, there was a time in my life when there was nothing more that I wanted than a YouTube community. People I could talk to, people I could, live stream with, and I just couldn't find them back then. They just didn't exist. And just seeing this, you guys, this really great community here with Benson and Asif. Tell me if I'm saying your name wrong. I'll say it correctly. Mr. Robbie Jr., Missile, Diego, friend from school, and others from earlier. You guys, it means a lot to me to see you guys on a live stream like this, to be asking questions to me. Because you guys, I hope you guys know, I really do care. And it just really makes me happy to see that this work I've put in on this channel, this effort to, take my passions and express them in the most authentic way I can, to express them as something that I would want to watch, as something that I feel is true to myself and doesn't compromise and doesn't pander, to see that other people care and like it, that means so much to me, guys. That means the world to me. So, you guys here on the live stream, the 5 of you watching right now, you guys are the best. And I really mean that. And I think that that's one of the things about, being on a part of a small channel like this, a channel that has 2,262 subs. Chris Kukta, hello. Chris Kukta is a friend from school, guys. I think that it allows this certain intimacy that you just don't get on a larger channel. And that's something that I love about being a small YouTuber right now. And I love that I can do things like this. And that I'm not so small that I have nobody, but I'm not so big that I can't reach anybody. And then I can do like a little almost fireside chat here with my audience. That means a lot to me, guys. And I just want to thank you all for being a part of it. It's been a journey, you guys. This is the new economy. This is the new world. This is online. This is the future, guys. I think this digital identity that every one of us is building now, this means everything for the future. So I'm just happy to be along the ride here, along the journey with other people who I think I'd like. And Chris Kukta, thank you. Dang, you got a lot of followers. Thank you, man. And Missile, do I know you in real life? Because you said hello to Chris. If I do, let me know. Because I was unaware. Based on your channel name. If anyone wants to be a moderator, let me know. You can write in there if you feel if you are good to be a monitor. I'll make you a monitor if you're mature enough to be a monitor. I think, yeah, Missile does know me, but I don't think he's gonna tell me who he is, or he or she, I don't know. Yeah, speaking of, yeah, my audience is me predominantly male, but that's kind of the tech industry, I guess. Not really sure about that. It'd be nice if there was more girls watching, but who knows. Thanks for your approach. Thank you, Asif. Appreciate that you appreciate that. Swish Bill asked, do I still use Adobe Audition for voiceover? Yes, I do. I still use Adobe Audition. I'm still very happy with Adobe Audition. I still think it's the best software for voiceover for simplicity and power at the same time. It sounds like I'm speaking, reading an ad here, but it's actually how I feel about Adobe Audition. I think it's a great piece of software. I think it's worth it if you're looking for something good. I think that it's a little expensive. I wish you could just buy it instead of having to pay every month. And Chris says, I like that you may have a wide range of content. Thank you. Damn it. Sorry, guys. Sorry about the mic. I like that you have a wide range of content. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because, it's hard because sometimes I want to just, really niche down here. But I also am okay that my channel does have some variety. It's all loosely within the same genre here, we're kind of in filmmaking, technology, and even a little bit of lifestyle. But I'm certainly happy about that. It's been good to make these videos. And I've enjoyed them all. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't enjoyed every part of the process. There's been some times when it's a little bit cumbersome and I want to quit, and I almost did quit for 4 months. You guys remember that? But I'm back. I came back. If you've been listening to live stream, haven't checked my channel yet, a new video went live today that I created, and you should all check it out. But yeah, I mean, it's been an experience. And if you guys don't know me in real life and you're watching this live stream, you can probably tell I'm a little more on the emotional, kind of philosophical side of things. That's kind of how my approach to life. So yeah, I get a little emotional in these kind of streams. It's something I think that it's really good to put your all into things. And for me, that means this YouTube channel. I actually really care about this, and I want to make good quality. So I really appreciate that you guys care enough to watch my videos, care enough to join a live stream. And yeah, it really inspires me to keep going, because sometimes, as you can see from my behavior recently, I let myself stop. So, that's just kind of life, I think. At a certain point, you gotta decide when you're going to tell yourself that even sometimes when things seem boring, sometimes when things don't seem fun anymore, that you gotta remember why you started. And you should remember that when you're thinking about quitting, because yes, I think sometimes there is a time in life when it's worth quitting things. Sometimes you'll try something and it doesn't work anymore. You're just not succeeding anymore. And I think you give it enough time and you still suck, then all right, go ahead and quit. But you got to be really sure about that. And I think that I almost quit this channel, that I almost just put it all behind me, it was really sad. So I'm just really happy where things are at right now. And yeah, I'm just happy I can just do a live stream and enjoy a Monday night and actually not be sitting just watching TV and trying to drown out my own kind of problems of just distractions. Because at the end of the day, it's not about that really. All the time you spend watching TV and distracting yourself through kind of mindless stuff, it doesn't really mean anything in the end. You don't have anything to show for it. But on the other hand, when you actually persevere in life, when you actually do hard things, and I kind of say that somewhat ironically, my life hasn't been difficult or anything, but I consider my efforts in this business and this YouTube channel, they've been difficult in the past, and they are sometimes, but I truly believe things like this really matter. And if any of you have aspirations to be a YouTuber, to have your own business, be an entrepreneur, and anyone's telling you, oh, it doesn't matter, it's stupid, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money, don't let that get to you guys, because if you're doing something productive with your time, you're looking to actually fill your day with something beyond just sitting around, don't let anyone make you feel bad for that. Even if your family doesn't support you, even if your friends don't. This internet economy, you guys, this social media presence. A lot of people want to pretend it's trivial. A lot of people want to pretend that it doesn't mean anything, but it means so much, you guys. This means everything in so many ways for our futures. People who are young like me. This is going to be the resume, you guys. So, don't forget about it. Steve Khan says, sorry, gotta go, but you are cool. If you care about your viewers, they'll care about you. The whole cooperation go like this. That keep doing this, you'll get your results. Thanks. Thank you, Steve Khan. Diego says, see, Erickson gotta go, but it's been nice listening. Thank you, Diego. I appreciate that, buddy. Well, unless there are any more questions, I'm probably going to wrap this stream up, guys. It has been fun. And, go ahead and, follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on all the social media. And go ahead and DM me, guys. I will respond to you. I'm not going to be one of those guys like, oh, I'm too cool to respond to my audience. It'd be great to respond to you guys. So you want to follow me on Twitter, do any of that stuff, don't feel obligated, but, I certainly would like to have conversations with you guys. I want to know what's going on with you people. We're at a small point in the channel, not to sound like, overly optimistic, but I think this channel is probably going to grow. So if you'd like to still be able to get in contact with me and talk to me when I have time to answer the questions, probably now's a good time to do it. But there's my Twitter. Did anyone else lose connection? I didn't lose connection, but maybe some of the other viewers did. But yeah, I think that coming to the end here. Swish Bill, do I play any sports? So funny story about that. I've done cross country for 4 years, but I've been injured for a great deal of it. Cross country and track, I've had these muscle imbalances to the point where I've probably spent almost half my time, if not more, in my entire running career, injured, unable to run. So yeah, I do cross country. I do like to run. That's my sport, is running. When I can run, I also into cycling. I'd like to. I'd say I'm into physical fitness. I see the value in it. But yeah, I'm not a hugely competitive person. But I like sports. I think they're a good thing for people to do. Mr. Robbie Jr., why'd you name your channel Erickson Films? I think I remember when I used to be Noble Chief, if any of you guys come back really far. Oh, I look like it. No, I guess that's probably a good thing. Thanks. Why do you name a channel Erickson Films? Let me think here. Yeah, it used to be Noble Chief. And then I kind of realized that I was not a gaming channel anymore. It wasn't about Halo anymore, because Noble Chief used to be a combination between Noble Six from Halo Reach and Master Chief from the Halo trilogy. And so essentially, Erickson Films is kind of like, Erickson is my last name, for one thing. And then films. I think I got the idea. I'd seen other channels like that. Cooper Films, for example, is a small channel. I don't know if you guys know about him. Cooper Films, a good channel. Just other kind of filmmaking channels had been their last name followed by films. So that's kind of the unoriginal thing there. Hey, Kevin Ochoa is here. What is up, man? From school, Kevin's here. And then missed the last cycling. Did I watch the World Championship tonight? I have never watched sports really on TV. Like, I've never been into that, like anything sports related on TV. I just never really grew up doing any of that, so no, I didn't. I don't know, man. I'm glad you told me that. I didn't even know about that. Maybe I will check it out. I'm not like really like a competitive cyclist. Like, I ride in the street, like I know how to cycle. I know how to ride a bike like it's actually a race thing. But yeah, I haven't ever watched it on TV though. Hey Kevin, what's up, man? Just doing a little lives. Kevin's another friend from school, guys. If you guys can't tell, I love to plug my channel to people I know in real life. But Kevin's a good guy here. Kevin, I am good. I'm just finishing up a live stream here with my viewers, because I just passed 2,000 subscribers. So that's exciting. And yeah, it's It's been a cool stream. And Missile, if I know you, are you gonna tell me who you are before the stream ends? Because I feel like I definitely know you, but maybe I don't. If you don't want to reveal your identity, you're of course not obligated to. But yeah, Kevin, it's going well, man. And thank you, Kevin. I appreciate the congratulations and the subs. I really felt like I worked hard for these, despite not posting for the last 4 months. But it's nice to see that sometimes things work out, even when you take a break from them. So yeah, I mean, it's been cool. And thanks, Swishbill. Thanks for the congrats. But yeah, guys, unless there's any further questions, I think that we're hitting an hour here. My voice is kind of giving out. I think I'm gonna be bringing this whole live stream to an end. If there's any questions about the production of this live stream, it was a MXL 990 microphone hooked up to my Audient ID14, and I'm sitting here in my leather chair on a Monday night in my room, just kind of talking. And yes, Kevin, that would be awesome, man, to do video. I'm remembering this now, Kevin, when I first told you about my channel, like a year ago, or maybe even more, when I saw you at the pool that one day. And that would be really cool, man. You just, let me know. We should hang out one of these days. We can totally make a video, man. Mr. Robbie Jr., gotta go see ya. Thanks for tuning in, Robbie. Certainly appreciate it. And yeah, so, yeah, guys, and Chris said, I didn't even read this. Don't give up on running. You can do it. Hope to see you running and meet by the end of the year. Thanks, Chris. I actually got told by the doctor today that I'm not going to be running for the rest of the season, but hopefully at another time. But thank you for the kind message, Chris. See you tomorrow. Bye. Looks like everyone's heading off, so unless there are any further questions, by Missile, by Chris, by Mr. Robbie, gonna be wrapping up the stream. So, see y'all at another time. And, yeah, thanks for being such a great channel. Oh, rip. Well, there's track Susan. Yep. Yeah, not sure if I'm going to do it, but maybe. Yeah, but I appreciate the support, Chris. It's nice to see those kind of comments. Thanks, man. Bye, Swishbill. Bye, Missile. Okay, until next time. Bye, Kevin. Missile, you gonna tell me who you are? Do I know you? Yeah. So, streams here coming to an end. So, all right. Thanks, everybody. Heading out. Goodbye. Wait, SMS, is that Sinjin? Before I end this really quick. I think it is. Alright, everyone's logging off. So there I go. Goodbye.